Hi everyone, this is Marish. I'm just doing a short video just to introduce this new thing we're doing, which is called word equations. We're going to have word equations this week coming up, and we're also going to have something called reaction prediction. This is where balancing and naming of reactions gets a little more difficult, so you need to bear with me and give it a go. You won't have nearly as many problems to do here, but you need to understand how to approach this. So here we go. You must watch this Edpuzzle video. You have to do it because that's my best outline I could give you, this method or the way I've been teaching. I reference in that video something about gases and how they're diatomic. So I gave you a list here of the diatomic gases, and I'll show it to you now. All gases, when you see a word equation, if you see the words hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or iodine, they are going to be diatomic, so this is the symbol you're going to use. You don't have to do anything with crisscrossing. You don't have to do anything special. If you see the word hydrogen, that's what you use. If I see the word chlorine, Cl2 is what I'm going to use. Everything else on the periodic table will be monatomic, meaning they're written down as single atoms. You don't put a 2 next to them. You don't put any numbers next to them until you balance. So something like iron is just going to be the symbol Fe. Even your nonmetals, carbon, phosphorus, those are going to be C and P. So you don't really have to do anything when it comes to writing that part of the word equation. It's just recognize what the element symbol is. If it is an element that is not a gas, find the symbol on the periodic table, and that's what you write. I also put up there polyatomic ions. There's a list of polyatomic ions. There's more that you can't see, but the list is, not too big. These are the ones you'll see in this worksheet. And I also have this ionic charges periodic table for you to look at. These ones are the known charges. The only time you're going to have to deal with transition metals, you'll be given the charge, but with the Roman numeral. But silver is always a +1, zinc and cadmium are always +2, aluminum's a +3. Everything in this group here, +1, +2, -3, -2, -1, and we're not going to deal with our noble gases here. So let's look at a few. I'll do one that I already did in the video, but I'm going to do it one more time just so you get that method down again. So here is what the assignment's going to look like. It looks awful. It does not look fun. I know that. I made it. It would have been much easier if I could have handed this out to you a different way. But this is what we have to work with, so we're doing it. Potassium reacts with water, yielding potassium hydroxide and oxygen. Potassium is a metal on the periodic table. It is the symbol K. So all I need to write down for potassium is the symbol K. Reacts with is a plus sign. That's what reacts with means. It means I'm adding potassium to water, which is H2O. You sometimes have common names. You sometimes have single element names. Yielding is an arrow. Potassium hydroxide. When it comes to compounds, you have to look at the polyatomic ion sheet and you have to look at the periodic table with charges so you understand how to put it together properly. If I look at this periodic table again, potassium's in group 1, it has a +1 charge. So on our paper here, going out of order, sorry. Potassium is in group 1, it has a +1 charge. Hydroxide is a polyatomic ion. It's found right here. Hydroxide is an OH1-. So we go back and write in OH -1. And hydrogen. So and hydrogen is a plus hydrogen, but hydrogen is a gas, so we're going to write H2. This is hard to do with all these screens open, sorry. H2. Now for potassium hydroxide, we have to crisscross it. When you have a compound, you have to crisscross it. So we're going to rewrite them together, KOH, and crisscross your charges. Change the color here. That's a 1 and that's a 1, which we do not have to write in our final answer. You should not write the 1s in your final answer here because the computer will not accept it. So what you're going to put is just KOH. You also need to balance this, and a lot of these reactions you will have seen because I took most of these off of worksheets we've already done, off of that 111 chemical reactions worksheet, and I just rewrote them in word form. Some of them are different, of course, because I wanted to make a little variety, but Most of them you've already seen. So let's balance this one. Where am I? There we are. Over here I have 3 hydrogens. I don't like this color for balancing. 3 hydrogens. I'll just leave it there. Nope, I'm going to erase it. Got to do it because I just have to. I don't know why. So 3 hydrogens. That is an odd number, and odd numbers are awful, and the only reason this is odd is because of this single hydrogen here. This is even, which is great, but this odd one messes this up, so I'm going to make it even by doubling it. That doubles my potassium, so I have to double my potassium, and it also doubles my oxygen, so I have to double my oxygen. I have 4 hydrogens here, and over here, because of the 2, I have 2 and 2, so my hydrogens on both sides are now 4. When you enter that into the book here, you're going to put 2K, 2K plus 2H2O yielding 2KOH and 1H2. Now I didn't write it, which I should have done, sorry. 1H2. So that's my answer. I highly recommend. I cannot make this program save all the answers like before because of some issues with, you know, honesty in our workings. So when you submit this, I'll give you a few chances to submit it. I think I'm giving you 5 total, but it will not keep your answers. So you got to submit it at one time and be done with it. So do everything on a separate piece of paper. Oops. And then go over here and write it in, see which ones you get wrong, and work on those. You get 5 total chances. So when you are done, cancel, minimize. When you're done, I'm not doing all of them. We're going to finish the attempt. Finish my attempt. And it tells me that I got them all right. So, go me. That's how you do it. I will do more in the future. If you have particular problems with other questions that I've given you, please reach out. I will leave a section for comments on this homework assignment. And again, good luck. It's not that bad. It just looks really bad. Have a good day.